What's up, guys? We are back again, and this time we're going to be looking at Zurg as he just dropped into the Mirrorverse. Yes, we're talking about Gundam Z, Gundam Zurg. So Pizza Planet has delivered, guys, and this guy is probably, I dare to say it, one of the best ranged characters in the game, and we're going to be looking at him in gameplay. But before we do, make sure to hit that sub button below if you're not subbed, as we're going to be doing our giveaway on the stream tomorrow for those Jack Sparrow figures. And yeah, if you want to check out the stream, description link is down there. But yeah, so let's jump into it, guys. Let's take a look at Zurg and let's see what he is all about. So we've got Zurg, and our Zurg is level 60 right now. He has only 3 stars. I'm really hoping I can get him to 4 stars before the event ends. But let's take a look at his abilities. Let's see why he is so good. So we got the rapid fire distributors, and so while holding the heavy attack, he's going to enter into a heavy fire mode. So just like you saw over there with heavy arms, we're going to get that machine gun going. While he's in rapid fire mode, he's been gaining defense to kind of keep him protected, and this is going to make a pretty big difference, especially if you're going to try to use him in the one-on-one features. Every second he stays in rapid fire, he's going to gain more focus, which means and he is going to be doing crits like crazy. Outside of that, we've got the temporary singularity. So this is special move. It's gonna be doing a 200% damage in a small circle around that. So another AoE damage here, and also inflicting shock, which is dealing 40% damage per second for 5 seconds. So a lot of continuous damage in there. And of course, once we get him up to his 4 stars, he's going to get the signature ability. And with that, he's going to be doing an additional 50% with that special. Now, we'll have to see what the big difference is within that. The biggest thing here, though, is Zurg's special ability is going to root all enemies within that. So with him being ranged, you want to keep people away from you. So being able to use that special, root them down for 4 seconds. So let's look at talents real quick. And I think that these are the 3 talents I'm going to be using, and I think are the better talents for him. And so you've got the tech absorption. So as he's doing his special ability, you're essentially going to be gaining your defense buff. So this is going to be a permanent buff, and it's just going to be able to stack 10 times every time you're purging stuff. So really, really good to use when you're going up against the tanks and different areas like that. So just keep that in mind. Next up, we got Zurg's attack. While he's in rapid fire mode, he's going to inflict armor steal. So he's going to be stealing that armor. So you do want to kind of focus on anybody that happens to have armor, like a Maui or one of the defensive fractured summons that come out. Go ahead and grab that for you. Keep it on Zurg. Lastly, Electro Disruption. So this one, Zurg's critical hits when in rapid fire are going to inflict shock, which is going to deal additional damage, and it's going to stack a couple times there. So these are the 3 talents I would use when you're going in there with Zurg. And honestly, he has been just destroying the competition, especially in the right team. All right, so we're going to go over to 1v1. We're going to see what he's going to do when it's just him. You're gonna be able to see his abilities and his skills and things like that. And then from there, we'll take him in with a group so you can actually see what he's gonna do when he's able to just kind of stand in the back and just mow down the competition. All right, so you can see right there, Zurg is pretty good. It was a close fight, and realistically, that is because of the way he's a little sticky. If you guys didn't notice, as I was de-engaging the rapid fire, you really had Stitch able to come in there and hit me a few times before I could actually start my dashes. So that is something either one, the devs are going to work on. I know it's been reported, but maybe that's just the way they've designed them to make sure that you're, you know, not able to just do a whole bunch of attacks and then move and do a bunch of attacks. So maybe that's part of his kit, but I want you guys to keep that in mind when you're using him. It does really adjust the way his playstyle is when you're 1v1 and the enemies are really focusing on you. But all in all, Zurg is just a beast when it comes to the game. You saw how quick that damage was doing. And so with that, let's jump over to maybe a group situation with Zurg in the back. First off, I want to start with big shout out to Ibby over there, already putting out a Zurg video using this team, and I really like this team in general. Scrooge is who you want with any of your range characters. Your third slot, Jack Skellington's great. You could use someone like Hero. You could go in with a tank, anything like that. But you definitely want to make sure that Zurg is going to be able to stay in the back and take less damage so that he can do his thing. So let's go ahead and get in here. Let's take the team in and see what they're going to do. Now I have my animations on, so you're also going to be able to see animations from Zurg, Scrooge, Jack, all those guys. And I'm just in a moat farming node, so we'll see how they go. Zurg just a powerhouse when it comes to range, so we'll see, you know, what's going to be going on there. You saw that I lost Scrooge through there. We really weren't focusing on the rest of the team, making sure the heals are going on and things like that. We were just focusing on Zurg and doing the damage. Those numbers, they don't lie, guys. 800s, 700s, that's a lot, especially that quickly. We're going to see if Zurg can take that new S tier slot away from Gaston, but I can tell you he's definitely towards the top of the list for next month. And the more we test him out and hopefully get him up to 4 stars, we'll be able to really put him head to head with characters like Judy, Gaston, and Tron, just to see who the top tier range character is.